Hello, and welcome to the Fat Squirrel Speaks. Today is November 4th. It's a Tuesday. And this episode 127. How are you? I am your hostess, Amy Beth, also known as the Fat Squirrel on Ravelry, and the Fat Squirrel, SQRRL, on Instagram. Hi. I said that already. I know, but it's just hi. Today's episode will contain shenanigans-ish. It will contain spinning and knitting. It will contain shameless self-promotion, and it will contain prizes. Prizes for the vertebrae cow. I will do this at the very end because, well, quite frankly, I'm horrifically unprepared to do them. So I won't make all of you torture through that, just if you're potentially going to win a prize. Sorry. So we'll save that for the end. I'm wearing my Boss Cat. It's BOSC. I have no idea who the designer is. I apologize. But it's BOSC. And this is in Quince & Company's worsted. I'm not sure which one that is. Is that Lark? In the honey colorway. And I don't know if I love this stitch pattern in the hat, the cable-ishiness. I love it. Like, I love it. And I think this is one I literally knit yes, I think the pattern is even pictured in the same colorway. But it doesn't fit as well as I would like, because it's like in between being slouchy and just being like mushroomy. Like, so I kind of have like a mushroom, well, you know what, whatever. Mushroomy is fine. Give me a little extra height. That's good, that's slimming. But so I always end up wearing it flipped back like this in the back because it wants to, it's the weird, it doesn't want to quite, whatever, I still like it. And I love this yarn. Quince & Company always looks good. And boy, I love this colorway, honey. One day I'm going to get brave enough to knit myself a sweater out of it. One day. Not today. Did you just hear the train? I never hear the train when you hear the train, but today I heard it. We live very close to the railroad tracks, and so I often just do not hear the train at all because it's just so much a part of life that I don't notice it anymore. But I just heard it for you, so now this will not be the unremarked train whistle episode. Let's see what else I want to talk about. Oh, one thing I should talk about, which I just remembered because I was getting into the thread to close it. I haven't closed the thread yet for the prizes. But one of the things I wanted to mention, I don't usually mention patterns that are gifted to me because y'all are so generous, by the way. Thank you just in general. And I don't usually do like charity mentions. I don't know. It's just a slippery slope, right? Like I don't know. Like if I know you, then I totally will mention whatever you're trying to, to promote or whatever. But when I don't know people, it's always kind of like, yeah. But this one I was made aware of, and actually one of the mustache girls sent me, thank you, the pattern, which was very kind of her. It's the Graceful Pullover by Maria Yarley, and this is a really cute pattern. I would really like to knit this, but I don't feel like I'm going to be knitting it anytime soon, so I can't. Usually I just try to mention things when I knit them, but I can't. I'm not going to. It's just not in the cards right now. But this is a really cute little pullover pattern. And I appreciate that the sizing is appropriate for what my daughter's age is. And look, oh, I'm plugged in. Isn't it darling? Can you see it? Oh, there we go. Isn't that a cute little sweater? So it's definitely got some ballet styling in the way that they've not only that they photographed, but the style of the sweater in general has that kind of like off the shouldery. And here's the little girls in it. So anyway, it's for a good cause. It's for a family in need. And it's a really cute pattern. So if you think you're going to be knitting it anytime in the future, I would say go ahead and get it now. It's very cute. It's $6.99. Anyway, so there's that. But then, what else was I going to say? I should close this thread for the prizes. I think that's all of the administrativeness, right? I'm sure it is. So let's do shenanigans. I don't really have good shenanigans this week, but it's not heated. However, it was Halloween. Was it Halloween where you were? Of course it was. If you participate in Halloween, which, I don't know, whatever. But it was Halloween here. And I told you last week the toe was going to be cat. Went off very well. However, we had like last year, I think our Halloween was actually postponed due to like severe thunderstorms, not just thunderstorms, but severe thunderstorms. And this year, our Halloween, I was so excited because it's on a Friday. Great. You don't have to worry about trying to get the kiddos home and asleep and not like totally weighing down on candy for the next day. So it's a Friday. I was like excited about this. Yeah. So stinking cold. Now, Tova was fine because she was in a cat suit made of fur and it was like a bigger thing so we could put tons of stuff underneath of it for her. But it was like not just cold. It was also raining. It rained on and off all day and I kept thinking, please just stop before it's time. It did not. In fact, it was sleeting like hardcore. So we went trick-or-treating with our group of friends that we usually do. And we went to a different place this year because one of the people couldn't come, blah, 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 blah. So the gentleman folk decide that they are going to like follow us through the neighborhood, right? So that we can occasionally pop in and get warmed up in the warm cars. That did not go well. The first time we lost them, like we just went like off pattern, like we went back and zigzagged and so they lost us and then they were like, rah, 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 rah. And then the next time they just gave up on us. So we were out in the sleet and one of our friends was horribly underdressed. She's very cute, but like not dressed for the inclement weather that we were experiencing. She could have really used a warm-up station in the car or like a hobo fire or something. Do not have it. So I'm all like, my kid is super gung-ho about Halloween. Like she's always like, oh no, we gotta get more candy. She's like, you know, she's always the one that's running ahead. And I'm like, dude, wait for the other people. And the other people are like, oh, we're tired. She's like, oh, let's go. So she was running ahead and I was just like trying to get the spirits, trying to jazz everybody up because like, you know, it was kind of uncomfortably cold and damp, you know. It would have been fine in like December, but in October we were like, ha ha! So it was a to-do. At one point one of the women was like, I think we're done. And I was like, oh, we're fine. And then she looked at me and I was like, okay, actually, yeah, now that you mention it, like the entire front of my thighs are numb. I was just excited, you know, like, ooh, let's get the candy. And so I had kind of adrenalined that out, but so we stopped. We only drove like half an hour, but luckily it was like towards the end of the night because with schedules, we couldn't get everybody there right at the beginning of the thing. So it was towards the end of the night. And with that combined with the icy conditions, I think people were overly generous. So our kids did get plenty of candy because I think they were just like, oh, you poor kids. It's cold outside. They just helped them out. But anyway, so overall it was a good thing. It was a success. Success. It was not a bad thing at all. Nobody got frostbite. Always a good thing, right? So those are all the shenanigans that are fit to be mentioned. And also there were none that weren't fit to be mentioned. So those were the shenanigans. Ta-da! Let's talk about real stuff that the thing is about, shall we? Oh my gosh, by the way, I'm so hungry all of a sudden. That's because it's 9 o'clock and I haven't eaten dinner yet. Why didn't I eat dinner yet? That was stupid. My stomach's like, oh well. Hush, stomach. Shush. Shush. Well, that was the other thing. Both of the boys, the gentlemen, the man folk in our group, are horrendous. They get the hangry. Like, they don't just get hungry, they get grumpy and like when they're hungry. And they both did not eat before we went. My husband. Why did I should have monitored him more closely throughout the day to like ascertain what his blood sugar level was going to be. Because it was too low, so he was so grouchy. So grouchy. I was ready to kick him to the curb. But then he carried the kid in on his piggyback at night, and the next day he got me tires in my car. So he's forgiven now. But really, I'm a fat lady, so I guess I have reserves. Why is my ear ringing? There's a ringing in my ears. That's God punishing me for talking bad about my husband. Anyway, I guess I have like reserves, because even when I get hungry, I don't get grumpy. I'm like hungry, and then you just have to distract me, and I'm like, oh, okay. You know what I mean? Not my husband. He has no reserves. He's not going on Survivor anytime soon. He would be a basket case. So that was, I don't know, that was another tangent altogether. That had nothing, you're like, whatever, we don't care. Shush. Shush. Sometimes it's not bad to be fat. Reserves. I was not cold, and I was not angry. Ta-da! Fat's awesome! Just saying. There's a reason fat people are supposed to be jolly. It's because we're not hungry and we're warm. You know what I'm saying? Anyway. Some of you are just shaking your heads. That's okay. That's fine. Shake your heads. It's great. Let's talk about spinning. Okay, so last week I showed you that I was working on my Fat Cat Knits Polworth in the Indian corn colorway. And this week I have a giant baby skein. Oh, look, it totally goes with my hat. So this is 10 ounces. Just a plain 2-ply, nothing fancy. Fat Cat Knits has a pretty short color repeat, so I didn't like, the first 5 ounces I spun straight. The second 5 ounces I did split in half just to try to make sure there was no Berber pulling. And I am pleased with it. What else did I tell you? Polworth, I think, is easier to get compacted than on other fibers. Do you have this experience? It's not this dark because I'm spinning something else from her, so it's not in any way like a poor reflection on her. I think Polworth in general is just, I don't know, there's something about it. If I ever have anything that feels like it's always Polworth. It's not Polworth's not a bad fiber. I think it's just, it has to be really, you gotta baby it or something. I don't know. Do you find that? How do you feel? But anyway, so what I did was, it was getting like grumpy. And because I was spinning it really thick, especially, I think when you're spinning it fine, it sometimes it doesn't matter as much if it has a little bit more like to it. But when you're spinning it thick, you really have to make sure. So Malia has a trick where she like plays lasso with it and it like pops it out. I tried that, which was very festive and exciting, but it still needed more help. So what I did was I just went through the rope or whatever, the strip, and I kind of did this thing, and then I held my hands and just kind of popped it this way. And not like hard to like break it up, but just enough to kind of loosen those fibers up a little bit, and that seemed to really help. So if you're ever I mean, I know most of you, it's not like that's new, but some of you are new spinners, so like just for having something that just feels like it's like, no, it doesn't want to draft, then you just have to BDSM it a bit. That's all I'm saying. Is that the title of the show? BDSM it a bit? I think that's the title. I don't have anything to write with. I'm doing prizes. Why didn't I bring anything to write with? Oh my gosh, really? Okay, here's a strange pencil. It is sharpened. Hello! Here's some paper. Production schedule. Okay, BDSM it a bit. And then I'll write the prices on this. Okay. So, that's that. I have something like, what did I say, 350-ish yards? 350-ish yards. It's definitely like an errand to a bulky. Oh, that was the other thing I was going to say. You can see it. Like, here, let's get the close-up glamour shot. You can see it's a little bit more loosely plied than I would like. I plied it actually, I had 2 5-ounce bobbins worth of singles. And then I could have plied them on the Ladybug. For some reason, I was like, let's ply them on the old Luette. Oh my Lord, that Luette. So if you don't know, I have a Ladybug that I use 100% of the time. there's like a 0.003% chance that I'm not using it. Maybe less. But I have a Louette S10, which was my first wheel. And the beautiful thing about the Louette is it has ginormous bobbins. This all fit on one bobbin. 10 ounces on one bobbin. That's sexy. I'm not going to lie. That's sexy. Not like I couldn't have a split in the middle, but I was afraid those 5 ounces on the Shock, the Ladybug, were like really mounded up. And I was like, I don't care if there's a split in the middle, but I don't really want 3 skeins. I know, right? That's just lame, but whatever. And I thought, I should use the Louette. It's sad up there. Sad and lonely. So I pulled out the Louette and I plied on it. And I think the Louette takes some more muscle. Mine is a single treadle. And it's just a heavier mechanism in general. Like, you really have to give it. So between that and the fact that it's I don't know, it was 10 ounces, but maybe it was just that. But anyway, so I didn't ply it as much as I would normally. When I was like halfway through it, I thought, man, this is a little underplied. It is not in any way structurally unsound. I just like the look of it when it's a little bit overplied. It's rounder looking. It's more fun looking. So I had a thought where I was like, maybe I should just reply that thing. And then I was like, that doesn't sound like something I would do. Lazy. So I think I'm just going to leave it like this because quite frankly, when it's knit up, I don't know that it would really make that much difference. It would just look prettier in the skein, which is, well, it's not a bad thing. Aesthetics is important. Let's face it. Hi, we do this crazy stuff. Aesthetics is important. But I think I'm just going to knit it up how it is and just see how it does because it's going to be like a cowl or something. I'm actually thinking maybe like Paula's upstairs, downstairs cowl or something similar. And so really, quite frankly, when you're knitting things with like lace or eyelets in them, underplied is not a bad thing in those situations, especially because when the yarn is underplied, it will open up those yarn overs more so than if it's overplied, which just makes sense. Like if you have a loop of yarn that's a yarn over, like here's your yarn over. If it's underplied, it stays in a loop, right? I don't know why I even should say it's underplied. If it's less than overplied, if it's moderately plied. However, if you overply it so it looks like much tighter, like when you get a yarn over, oh wait, that yarn over just closes right back up on itself. So here we go. Natural, moderately plied, ta-da, yarn over. However, when you overply and you do a yarn over, it wants to close back up on itself. So it will open, so especially if you're doing lace or you're spinning for lace, it's always a good idea to have it not overplied. And when I say overplied and underplied, it's not like I'm saying it's bad if it's one way or the other. I'm just saying like positive or, that has a negative connotation, positive and negative. But left of plied versus right of plied, I don't know. We need to think of another way to say it. But so anyway, so I think I'm going to leave it like it is because my plan for it is something like a cowl that's going to, what am I doing? Who knows? My plan for it is something like a cowl or something that will in all likelihood have some sort of eyelets or something like that happening. So I think I'm going to leave it as it is. I may never be able to wrangle it back to how it was ever again. So again, that was Fat Cat Knits Polworth in the Indian Corn colorway. Now, I am currently spinning, whatever. Oh my gosh, it's a hot mess. Look at that. Hot mess. I'm currently knitting. I'm so hungry. I was busy. I was sewing, and so I did not notice until I stopped. I'm currently knitting more Fat Cat Knits. You'll notice that I get on these weird kicks where I just spin a bunch of stuff by one person. Do you want to know why it is usually? Usually it's because I've bought quite a bit from one person and it's all right. It's like close. And it's fresh in my memory. So I just run through it. Right? My stash is a little out of control. I really need to rein it in next year. Rein it in. But this is Fat Cat Knits. This is a BFL 75% Blue Face Leicester, 25% Tussa Silk, and this is her Sweet Torty colorway. So here it is. I have 8 ounces of this. The great thing about her is you order whatever color you want, in whatever base you want, in whatever quantity you want. Right? And like there's there's plain BFL, there's superwash BFL nylon, I may have some of that. There's BFL Tussa, there's merino silk, Polworth, Falkland. I mean, she's got a really big variety of bases. And so you do have to wait a little while for them to come in, but Lord knows I have enough fiber to keep me occupied in the meantime. Hello. So I'm knitting this. I'm spinning this. I think I'm going to just keep it as a single. That was my intention with the BFL silk. So here's the first 4 ounces on a bobbin. I really like it. I loves it, actually. So it's getting a little self-barber pulling like in the single, which is fun. But I think I'm going to keep it that way. BFL silk is a great Juliana of Juliana's Fiber, who's got self-striping coming up again. She does great self-striping. She always puts, well, she hasn't lately, I don't think, but she has a lot of great, beautiful singles that she spins, and she said that her favorite fiber for doing that is BFL silk, and I enjoy it. It's very shiny and lovely. So pretty. Normally I stay away from silk blends because I'm kind of cheap, but I won't deny it. So yeah, that. Because that's all the spinning that's happening. Oh, I forgot to close my iron. It's been busy here in the workshop. So that's that. Okay. Knitting. I have an almost finished project. Remember I showed you last time the baby knitting? Well, not last time, because I think last time I hadn't knit on it at all. Because I haven't But last time, the time before that, sometime, I showed you I still didn't look it up. I'm such a failure. Whatever. I'm still a good person. The Semi de Principes. This one. It'll be in the show notes. And the bonnet that goes with it. This pattern is by, and they're actually by 2 different people, which I did not realize, I think. This one is by Julie. Oh, come on. Julie Partier. And I think the other one is Love Me, I Have a Cute Hat. Shush, don't judge. Just stop your judging. Oh, no, it is. Okay. For some reason, I was thinking last time that it was by 2 different people, which didn't make sense. But and then those are the little bonnet that goes with it. The bonnet is a free pattern. The little cardigan is a paid-for pattern. And I'm knitting mine with Merino Extra Fine by Schockenmeyer Original. So this is Merino Extra Fine 120. And it's a superwash wool. It was $7.99 a ball at my LYS. And it's a DK, 50 grams, 120 meters. Something else I was supposed to tell you? I don't remember. But the one thing that is really, well, this was a nice yarn. I enjoyed to knit with it quite a bit. I don't know how it's going to wear, but it's for a baby, so whatever. The cool thing about this yarn, though, is it comes in the ball, right? So that's nice. You can just start knitting right away. But also, it comes like, so this is the ball here. Okay, so it comes with this thing on one side and then another one over here. And you see how it has this little like place in here? The end that's on the inside is actually tucked into one of them on all the balls on purpose. Right. No yarn barf. So awesome. I wish everybody would do that. Everybody do that, please. It's very exciting. Anyway, I know I have it in a Ziploc bag because I just washed. I was going to take it to Joann's to get buttons, and then some reason that didn't happen. I don't remember what happened. So here's the little bonnet. I showed you that last time. Now it's all blocked and washed and all that good stuff. And then here's the little sweater. I made the smallest size bonnet. I made the 3 to 6 month sweater, but it still looks very tiny. But it's so cute, right? Such a pain in the neck. Not because the pattern or anything, just because it's tiny and you think, oh, making a tiny sweater is going to take 10 minutes. It doesn't. So I have to buy 3 little buttons. There's 3 little buttons in the button band right there, which is worked as you do the sweater, just no finishing. There's essentially no finishing on this, which is, isn't it cute to sew on the buttons? But I think it's super cute. The original pattern has a picot hem, but the gender of the baby is unknown, and I didn't want to risk them thinking that was too feminine if indeed it was a boy. So yay that. It's a little bottom up raglan, very cute, bare, relatively easy. Good times. Gotta find buttons. It was very fun though, because I was like, what else? I don't know if I can just give her this sweater and just bonnet. So I went and bought some board books. So fun. When I had my baby, I was really broke. I was very poor. And so those $8 board books, that was dear, you know? So it was so fun to be able to buy a few of them and just be like, oh, it's for a gift. I don't have to feel pressure that I'm like not getting enough for my own kid no, it's just like, oh, these are the ones we loved the most. So fun. So we got, and I had totally forgotten, like I remember Jamberry and Goodnight Moon, because those were the ones that were like, even when she got older, she wanted to, and the gorilla. Which one is that one? I can't remember. You know, where the gorilla in the zoo and there's no words. Is it Goodnight Gorilla? That's not right? Oh, whatever. Maybe you know what I'm talking about. But so those she wanted, even like as she got older, she would go back to those. But I'd totally forgotten about is her name Sandra Boynton? That's right? But not the hippopotamus. She was so crazy about that when she was little and I totally forgot about it. So I got to buy it. It's not here yet. I'm so excited. So we might have to read those before they go into the mail. Yay! Okay, so then the rest is works in progress. Or 27 minutes. I'm not going to show you my sweater. The sweater I talked about last week that I did all the wrong side needles. I think I am going to steek it. That's pretty much my plan right now. And I think it's going to be super cute, actually. Short sleeve steeked with color work. That's going to be totally cute, right? Totally. So that's the plan for that. It's in here. But it looks the same. It's still like a gray tube. But I'm almost to the armpit. Yes. Okay. Do I have any? Oh, I do have something new to show you. Okay, good. I'm still working on my foolproof, which is a cowl pattern. And here it is so far. I don't have much more to show you, but I have a little bit more. This is the hardest one to show. Really, I should have this side on like a spare needle, but I like it all together because then it stays in my lap all in one place. So there it is so far. The brown is String Theory Merino, and the orangey is Pumpkin in the Woolen Rabbit, her Emma base, which is a DK. These are both DKs. And let's see, String Theory Merino DK in the Coryllis colorway. That was a gift, thank you. And the Woolen Rabbit Emma DK in the Pumpkin Patch colorway. And I'm knitting that on US, I believe, 5s. I'm pretty sure, maybe 6s, 5s. And so I'm very excited about it. I'm making it bigger, like wider, taller than, you know, the original suggests. But I want it to be so, like, big and squishy and wonderful like this. Yay. Ooh. Ooh, I love it. I think it's gorgeous. I've been having moments this week where I'm like, I need to take a whole month and knit only socks because my mama needs socks and I need to use up the sock yarn and I just need to knit only socks. And then I'm immediately like an hour later, I'm like, oh, but Susan B. Anderson has a new shawl pattern. Oh, really? It's true. So easily distracted from my resolutions. Okay, so there's that. But I think I am going to take a month with no sweater. Are you doing holiday knitting? I'm totally not doing very much holiday knitting this year. That's what I say right now. Ow. See, I thought that poked me. There was a needle sticking out of the bag. I don't think I'm going to do much knitting of this holiday. I know, right? I'm kind of nervous about it, but I don't want to do it all. I don't have enough mojo this year. Usually I have enough mojo. This year I just do not have enough mojo to do presents for everybody. So it's going to be blood family gets knitting, and then other people don't, I think is my plan. So the last thing I'm knitting on, did I write the actual? It's Susan B. Anderson's pattern. Is it the split back snowflake hat? Am I totally making that up, Susan Ms. Anderson? She's so fancy. She's so cute. She has a new pattern. Yes, the split back snowflake hat by Susan B. Anderson. It has both the split back version, which I am doing. It looks like this in her pattern, in her model. Or you have the more traditional version, which is equally, if not even cuter. And this is knit with Quince & Company Owl. So here's the traditional version. Which is, the Quince & Company Owl, this is the first time I've used it. It's 50% wool, 50% alpaca. It's perfect for hats. It's so nice. Sometimes I don't like alpaca because it feels too much like hair. But this is, ow, just clawed myself. But I'm enjoying this quite a lot. It does not have that like human hair feel to me, or dog hair, or whatever hair. What do I need to say? I love Susan's color choices. My color choice I love slightly less because it is not, it's a snowflake hat and I have a non-traditional color choice. So I love my colors together, but I kind of wish I had like red and white or something. You know what I mean? I kind of do, but I still like these colors together. So thus far, I have this much done. And I am doing the split version. And so I have half of the snowflake repeat done. So my colors are, let's see, what are my colors? My colors are chamomile, which is the yellowy green color, and pup one, which is the natural brown color. So I really like these colors together, but I'm still going to enjoy the finished project. But if I were going to buy the yarn for this, I would definitely pick like red and white. I don't know why I want that so bad. And that's silly. But I have enough hats and enough yarn. So simmer down. You know I've had it in my cart and taken it out, right? Totally have. Not lying. So what else do I need to say? I think that's all I need to say. Of course it's for Susan. She's genius. I'm knitting mine on 4s. I think the suggested needle sizes are 4 and 6, or 5 and 6, or like tighter for the brim and looser for the, but I always go down 2 needle sizes, and my gauge is still looser than the patterns. Let's see. Oh really? I'm so surprised I like that color. Do you see how close it is to the honey? I'm so predictable. Whatever. Oh, this is my bag, my Tangerine Designs, and I have my tags on here. Who was it? Was it Melia Bella? Yeah, I think it was. Who it's Keegan Lane Yarns, had a picture on Instagram the other day, and I don't know why I never thought about this, but genius her. She totally used her split, this is just like a split ring, you know, like you can use to bind your note pages together. I used them in college all the time because I made my own notebooks. I have a degree, I have my undergraduate degrees in math, and I every year would have intense school supply sessions where I would, so ridiculous, I would buy like a big stack of like resume paper, not maybe resume because that's probably a little fancier than what I used, but I liked my paper to have a tooth to it because I love pencils and I love to write with a pencil on paper that has tooth. Oh, so sensuous. So I would buy like really just blank but high quality toothy paper and then 3-hole punch it all, or even sometimes just 1 punch, but usually 3-hole punch, and then use these to bind them together. And I use those as my math notebooks. I still have some. I still bring some down sometime. That would be kind of funny. I'm such a nerd. That was before Diet Coke rot in my mind. I'm just using that as my excuse. Oh, but anyways, the whole thing was... Sorry, Maliva. Let me steal your thunder. She posted on Instagram that she was working on a mitten, and she used these as one of the thumb stitch holders. That's clever. Go her. So that's yet another. You can hook it on to your belt loop. You can hook it on to your handbag. You can hook it on to something. Or you can use it as, or you can put your stitch markers on there. Or you can use it as a, sorry, there was just like a strange flashing light outside my house, which kind of scared me. It's nighttime. Or you can use it as a stitch holder. Right, so clever. And when I was making that baby sweater, I could have used that. It would have been very speedy. Speedier than taking the thread and needling it through. Oh my gosh, so much work. Timeline. So yeah, that's... Okay, so that's all the knitting to show you. Okay, we're gonna do shameless self-promotion, and then we're gonna do prizes. Prizes is gonna take forever. It's not gonna take forever. I'm not setting myself up for that failure. It's not gonna take forever. It might take a minute. Okay, so shameless self-promotion. It's totally shameless, and it's very self-promoting stuff. Okay. Okay, so bags. There will be an update November 7th, which is Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern time in the shop, which is fatsquirrelfibers.bigcartel.com. What was I going to talk to you about? Oh, disclaimer! But not really. But explanation-y style. I'm doing all holiday-ish, winter-ish bags in the month of November. So every bag will be a quilter's cotton in the month of November. It will all be holiday-y. Now, I know some of you get really freaked out about the retailers pushing Christmassy stuff starting as soon as, well, before Halloween's over even. Come on. So I understand it. And if that offends you, you don't have to watch. Unless you're trying to win a prize, then come back in a minute. I'm not trying to, like, mess you up. However, I do them, I don't want to see, like, Christmas lights and stuff necessarily. But I do like to have, like, crafting projects that are holiday out now. Because it takes a while to get some stuff done, right? So, same goes with knitting. Like, I actually like to have holiday knitting bags in November, December, because that's when I'm doing holiday knitting. I like to be in spirit. Okay. But I won't be upset if you're offended. You can just go past this part. Right? Right. Okay. So, first off, sock bags. Let's do all sock bags, maybe. Is that what we should do? No, we should do that. Okay, these are only in sock bag size. So you have green mittens and blue mittens. And inside, they both have the same fabric. It's all cutesy and says things like, winter is here, yay snow, and stuff, okay? It has no okay in there. That was my addition. So there's those. Those are sock only. Then... I didn't bring all the different sizes because it was crazy. Oh, so I also should say, I am kind of afraid I may have been a little too ambitious this November. I may have bought way too much holiday fabric. Ooh. Like okay. So, if you would like a bag and you like missed an update, don't fret, just check the site because there might be extras until January. I hope not, but maybe. So anyways, I just want to mention that. So then there's this one, which is foxes and raccoons and owls and hedgies all in scarves. Oh yeah, that's right. Love it. And then this has this inside, which always reminds me of the Settlers of Catan tiles. We should totally make a completely knitted related Catan. That would be so awesome. So that one is available in this sock size and a large wedge. Everything that is not a sock is all lined in the natural unbleached drill. So there's those. And then there's this guy. He is available in sweater, which is what this one is. Isn't he cute? He's available in sweater, in large wedge, and sock. He's super cute. And these kind of go a little bit. I'm not entirely sure they go, but in my mind they go. So if you would like to have a steady set, I think these go. So there's those. And then, I'll just show you. So then there's this fabric. I love this one. It's like Happy Winter Town. This one in this color is available in sweater. This is a large wedge and the small wedge. I guess I should have brought one of those over so you could see what that was, but whoops, I forgot. It's like, it's 2 inches more narrow and it's like an inch shorter. So it's like kind of like that size. Yeah, that looks about right. So isn't it cute? I can't guarantee that there are sheep on each one, but I will try my best. Look, there's sheep. There's some ducks and some Christmas hats. There's some reindeer in a corral. Oh, Lord. There's a sleigh shop. So cute. And so I have this one in the cream and also in red. Oh, yeah. Isn't it cute? I love it. It's so hard not to keep all of them. I love Christmas. I just had a terrible thought that it's still recording. But I had a moment where I didn't see the red dot and I thought that I had been talking to myself for 42 minutes. Which I have been, but I'm pretending you're out there. So that's all for this week. Oh my gosh, right? It's a lot of bags, people. Come on over, okay? So now, if you did not enter for a prize for the vertebrae cow, I will see you next time. But if you entered for a prize, let's do prizes. So I think what I'm going to do this time, we have lots of lovely prizes. I counted it up and we have 12 lovely prizes. So what I'm going to do this time though, which I don't know, I hope it'll work out well. But what I think I'm going to do is just read off the people who won a prize. And then I'm going to let Tova pick your prize. Right? So you won't know what it is until it comes in the mail. That'll be a surprise, right? That's more fun, I think. I think that's more fun. The only prize you haven't seen is this one. This is Vesper sock yarn in the summer evening colorway. It was from her club. And this was donated by, all of the prizes this time have been donated by viewers. Thank you so much. So generous. Some people contacted me about donating prizes and I'm so sorry. I'm so behind in Ravelry messages. I'm not even behind. I'm in like Mar mode. Like I'm a terrible person. Terrible. So anyway, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick 12 winners for their chicken dinners. And then, only then, and I'll try to find them and do the whole thing. But I won't tell you what your prize is. I will totally let Tova pick. The only thing I will request that you do is, if you are a winner, please PM me on Ravelry. Tell me your human name, your mailing address, and also please tell me if it is okay to send fiber. We have a couple fiber prizes, and I don't want them to go to people who don't spin. So just say yes fiber, no fiber. Other than that, if you hate a color, like if it makes your eyes bleed, If there is nothing green allowed past your doorway, you can tell me that. But please, only if it makes your eyes bleed. I don't want your eyes to bleed. But I think it'll be fun to let Tova pick the prizes. Which just means your name is going to be on a Post-it note, and she's going to put Post-it note with the thing. So if it looks like Cherie's yarn, that's who you're getting. So I think that's going to be fun. I had this whole plan of like photographing all of the prizes, and then like, I can't even talk. Oh, and like putting them like a letter next to them, and then like having a prize thread opened up, and you would just go in and claim your prize, but then I didn't tell you in time, and that might be too complicated anyway, so I'm not going to do that. But this way it's still a surprise prize. I think it's for fun. Okay, so we have a total of 120 entries, and there's 12 prizes. You have a 1 in 10 chance of winning. That's pretty good. I'm just saying. So I'm going to put in minimum number is 2. Maximum number is 120. Oh, wait, I want a list. I want a batch, not a single one. I need 12 winners. 2 to 120. Can you see this? 12 winners, 2 to 120. Comma is fine. Generate random numbers. Okay. So, I'm going to write them all down because I'm afraid that I might touch it or something and they might all go away. I should have written them down in order. That would make more sense. Whatever. I did not do that because it's random and it doesn't give them to you in order. Okay. Here, oh, I should have shown you the picture of it so you would know I wasn't cheating. So hopefully these will all be valid entries. Here's the picture. The numbers are 6, 44, 84, 104, 106, 92, 24, 29, 69, 22, 71, 90. And the Powerball winner is... No, okay. So, winner number 6 is in fact Diane 1650. What, Diane? Oh gosh, that's a cute baby vertebrae. Do you want me to show you what they knit? Oh, please. Failure. I love that there was like so many striping versions and so many versions where you had contrast like that between the bands and the body. So she did a baby vertebrae. Yay, Diane. Okay, the next winner is number 22. Whoa, same page. That is Mad 79. She also has a very cute baby vertebrae. Woo! The next winner is number 24, who is Lori Angela. Did I mention that it would be helpful if you put prize in your subject line? I don't think I did that. When you're emailing me to win a prize, because I am horrific at Ravelry message keep up, put prize in the subject line and it'll make me remember that that's what that's for. So yay, Laura Angela. Next winner is winner number 29. Next page. So hungry. Argyle, AR-GILE. AR-GILE. She did a mama vertebrae. Ow! That is awesome. Yay, yay, yay. Okay, winner number 44, I think, is our next winner. So winner number 44. Whoa. Ah! Oh my gosh, that's totally cute on you. Winner number 44 is Lizabella. How cute. Look at you with your cuteness. Congratulations. Okay, next winner is winner number 69. Next page. Sorry this isn't like as clippy as I usually do, but this is a lot of prizes. And I wanted to make sure everybody knew I wasn't playing favorites. Sarah G2. Sarah G2. It's S-A-R-A-H. Oh wait, Sarah JG2. Sarah JG2. I don't know why my brain could not process that in any way. So she did one with the zigzaggy lace. Yay. Awesome sauce. Okay, 69. No, 71. So exciting. Stony Brook. You totally lied. Look at you and the cuteness. Such a cutie. And of course, Stony Brook is Linda of the Knitworthy podcast. How exciting. She was concerned about the girls, so she knit a little bit more on her fronts. Very cute. Excellent job. Okay, next winner is 84. I really have a need to do Wayne and Garth right now. I don't know what's going on in my head, but that needs to happen in my head. Okay, 84. I'm hungry drunk. I'm hrunk. I don't get hangry, I get hrunk. Okay, Kiwi Ria is 84. She did a newborn vertebrae, but look, she put little hearts on it. Wow. So cute. Okay, next winner is number 90. See, this is what I'm talking about. Look how cute the stripy ones are. How cute is that? That's Yellowbird Knits. You didn't win anything. I'm sorry, I don't mean to confuse you, but I just had to show everybody this cute stripiness. There's so many cute stripy ones. Okay, so I'm sorry. What was I doing? Number 90. Jill Shoke. Jill Shokey. Jill Shoke. I don't know. But look, it's cute. This is such a good one to do in a crazy yawn. Okay. 92. You hear Wayne and Garth slipping in, don't you? L'Oreal. Which sounds like the makeup. L'Oreal. Who is Lori from Pennsylvania? Who is on Instagram, and I recognize her little picture. Yeah, you want a prize. Hooray. Okay, getting down to it. Almost done. Hang in there with me, kids. Number 104. Next page. What do I need for dinner? You're like, you shouldn't be eating so late, fatty. Shush. Shenanigans. Shanana Gaines. Newborn vertebrae and some Tweety goodness. Very cute. Such a cutie pie. Yay, you won. And number 106. So cute. Number 106 is 9 Crafty 11. Who did a newborn vertebrae? And the baby's water broke immediately. Awesome. Yay. Such a cute itty bitty one. Gray is so good for babies. We need to all embrace the gray for baby. It's neutral. It doesn't show stuff as easily. Oh my gosh, embrace the gray. Embrace it. So anyway, there are lots of vertebraes in the world. You know, Minerva Turkey did a crazy one. I gotta show you that one. Bam, she's crazy. It's her mullet. Her mullet vertebrae. Love it. This one is such a good one too. Look at that. Wit. Ah! But anyway, so sorry, Minerva and Wit, you did not win prizes. Except my love. I know you're like, that is a prize I discard. Don't discard it. Okay. That was a whole lot of mess. A whole lot of mess. Diane 1650. Lizabella. Kiwi Ria. Shenanigans. 9 Crafty 11, I think. L'Oreal. Lori Angela. Argyle. Sarah, a JG2. See, it's still confusing me. Mad79, Stony Brook, and Jill Shoke. You won't princess. Send me a PM. Put prize in the message, in the subject line. Give me your human name, your human address. If a color makes your eyes bleed, yay or nay on spinning. Yay or nay on fiber. If you forget to put any of those things in there, that's fine. Well, except for your dress. Come on. I don't psychically know where you live. I'm not a Kreskin. But I think that's all. I'm actually like, thank goodness. It's going to take a million years to convert and upload. I hope you have a lovely week. And I'll totally text you next. Bye. Talk to you next time. Bye.